some of these will resonate with some of you. Some of you are pursuing pre-foreclosures in Atlanta. I know that those of you who are, if you are, I am as well. But don't just talk to me, talk to each other if you're doing that. Obviously, Megan is doing pre-foreclosures in Vegas. She had to jump off the call, but we are actively pursuing those. Pre-foreclosures are going up pretty much around the country. People are getting in trouble on their mortgage and their rent, which is why evictions are going up and foreclosures are going up. I'm still pulling the January data, the second half of January data for Tulsa. The first half, I think it was 300 and some odd evictions filed. I haven't finished the second half yet, from the 15th through the 31st, but we're already up to 500. I think I'm up to like the 24th of the month, and we're already up to 500. So it's going to be at least, I'm guessing, 600 filed just in the second half of January. And that's because people are getting in trouble, they're getting behind on their rents. I am looking for a warehouse space in Atlanta. And if you know of anybody that's got warehouse space, specifically South Atlanta, Henry County, Clayton County, I need about 10,000 square feet. I've got a food truck manufacturing business that's looking for a facility where they can move their operation. And I'd love to be able to buy something for them with seller financing and then sell it to them and stay in the middle. I just threw that in there. That's a shameless plug for me. Private capital, I'm not sure if Jessica's still with us, but I wanted to mention here that I am, and I have encouraged other people to start looking at private capital, both to offer it and to facilitate / broker it, because in some states like Georgia, like Texas, and I think like Oklahoma, you do not need to be a licensed broker to broker commercial loan transactions. Residential, yes, I don't do residential mortgages. I don't touch that. That requires a license. But I can do commercial loans. I'm doing one that's closing tomorrow, in fact, and I can get paid for that. So if you're doing that, or if you know people who need money, let's talk, because I've got people who have money who are looking to put it to work. And if I can put my people who have money together with people that you know that need money, we can both get paid points on this financing. And so I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. And the last thing is transactional lending. Say you're Souley trying to double close. However, your A to B is with attorney A or title company A, and your B to C is with title company B. And both parties insist on using their own title companies. Well, you can't do the double closing like we've been doing it, because they're two separate closing entities. They need money. They need money just for the day, just for a 24-hour period. It's long enough to pay this person and then pull the money back out, but it needs to be there. And there are people out there who will lend money for a day at point and a half, which is good money because the risk is zero. But if you need transactional funding for a transaction like this one that can't be done with the same entity, the same attorney or same title company, then I've got people who are the same private lenders who do the private capital are also willing to do transactional funding because it's easy money for them. And if someone needs, $250,000 for a day, and they're charging a point, that's $2,500 for effectively zero risk in points. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. This is just a taste of what we collectively are up to. And you saw by the number of hands raised that there's a lot of people doing a whole lot of stuff. And I love that. I love that you're starting to talk to each other and use each other's resources. If there's 10 people that are doing the Team Unstoppable, in my mind, it's crazy to have 10 separate prop stream accounts. Let one person have the prop stream account and let the other people piggyback off of them and do deals with it. I mean, I'm sure your $100 a month whole prop stream dues would have a lot less of a sting to it if someone came to you and brought you a deal that you could JV with them on to Oh, cool. To cover that cost. So before you get something like that, at least talk to people who have it, see if it's worth it. But maybe do some deals with them and share the data, and then decide once you've gotten some money in your pocket, when you've gotten a deal done, that you want to get your own subscription. That's kind of why I get a rentometer, because each of us having our own separate rentometer accounts when none of us have done a deal is crazy. Get one rentometer account, share that thing until you get your own deals, and then when you've gotten your own deals done, you can have your own account. But spending the money when you haven't done any deals is nuts. Anyway, that's it. It's 8:09, so I've hit my hour mark. I want to honor my commitment to you and to Monique, who's waiting for me to be done so we can eat dinner. I am excited that we're starting to have a dialogue about how you guys can help each other, because that's the real value. Yeah, I'm happy to be the catalyst. I'm happy to be the resource, but I'm not the only resource in the group. And you guys are doing a lot of things that I've never done before. Rebecca and I started working on a mobile home park a couple of months ago that I had never done a mobile home park before. She had a lot more experience with that, with mobile homes, than I did. So I asked her to help me work on that, and it was fun and enjoyable to work it. It ended up not being putting money in our pocket, but it put a lot of experience in our hands, and that's valuable for the next time that comes around. So I would urge, if not beg you, to use each other's resources and talents and skills. You are a talented bunch of people doing a lot of cool things. You have a lot of skills, and we will all be more successful when we learn how to leverage each other's skills. So I did have Q&A at the end of this, but I think we've kind of run out of time for Q&A. If you do have questions and you think other people might benefit from the answer, I urge you to post those questions to the group. I'm going to try to do a lot more group stuff. This is the last quick request. I did post a questionnaire to the group this morning. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, please do. I'm contemplating shifting the platform, or shifting the group from Facebook to another platform. I'm not in love with Facebook. I don't hate it, but I mean, again, before 2-3 years ago, I hadn't used Facebook myself, but Facebook has some challenges to it, and I'd like to consider having alternatives. And I'm prepared to do whatever the group thinks, but I do want to get their feedback. So if you have not given me your feedback in that poll, please do take a look at it. And that's pretty much all I had, except I did want to take a quick screenshot because I think I'm going to post this screenshot to my. So if you have the ability to go on screen just for a second, so I can take a quick screenshot, I would love it. And awesome. Thank you very much. Let me get Souley. We have, I think we may have lost Jason.